Alright, we're live. Have to send out all the notifications.
Bobby.
There's our ads.
Oh yeah, as a general thought, just because I've been thinking about Pokemon related stuff recently, what are your favorite Pokemon? Because like I have a few that I associate with you guys in my mind, but I don't know that they're like your favorites specifically.
I have favorites for each type for the most part. Um, I can't think of any one favorite I have more than others, except for maybe. Well, I don't know if they're still my most favorite, but the one that used to be my most favorite is Blaziken.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason why my characters are always called Blaze.
Mine's Gengar.
So the Blaziken one, I think I remember because that was one of the ones that I had rattling around in my head.
Mm-hmm.
That one and Magikarp and Snorlax.
Yeah, I do quite like Magikarp. Snorlax is alright. Yours Absol, TJ?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember Patrick's at the moment.
I don't either.
Today,
It's hard to say because I also hit one of my
a drowning man will clutch
like kind of not into it phases around when we were all together.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'd go in a like few years I'm into it, and in a few years I just like kind of
Yeah. Pokemon's the reason I got a 3DS originally. So I could play. Basically I wasn't planning to get a 3DS, and then I saw that Pokemon X and Y were coming out. I was like, oh man, this looks really cool. And so yeah, I gotta buy a 3DS now. So I bought the Pokemon X special edition, the red one. And of course, Pokemon wasn't even out yet, so
Yeah.
I settled with getting Fire Emblem Awakening and Monster Hunter 4U.
Not bad picks.
No, I played a lot of Fire Emblem Awakening, and I played even more 4U. Unfortunately, my file is all gone now.
I think I still have the most recent one that we did after, all the
You had 2 corruptions, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have mine anymore because my 3DS and my game itself got basically wrecked in the flood. But looking forward to Wilds on the 28th.
Me too. I saw that they're trying to do like a promotional thing on Facebook for that, being like, hey, like
the
retweet
armor
this
spheres,
for
yeah.
the 100 armor spheres. I'm like, why would anyone want armor spheres like that though?
To be fair, it is nice to have armor spheres at some point, and you don't know how easy they are to get in the game yet. And it's also just something. It's like to me, it feels just more like a community engagement thing with a meaningless reward, other than, hey, we're a fun community, we can do stuff like this.
Yeah, I get that, but I'm also the person who is like, just give me an armor set and I won't upgrade it until I'm trying to get into G rank.
This is Pat Main, and you're listening to KBF FM. Folks, I want to...
This is quiet.
If I can't beat the monster, it's not the equipment. I'm just not playing good enough.
Yes, exactly.
Looping music track last night, but I was...
The fact that I literally am incapable of doing enough damage with my set is irrelevant.
But you stuck with the base 4U armor for the longest time, yeah, TJ?
I know I'm not being very informative of here.
I remember when you were playing 4U with us, or when you not with us, but on your solo file, you were doing a heavy bowgun, and you said you were sticking around with the
I'm just glad that
initial armor they give you, the dealing armor, because you like the way it
If
looked.
someone I met last night is listening, let me just say.
Yeah, I was doing a bit of
I'm sorry
Fashion
if I
Souls
got you in trouble.
with
I'm
that.
pretty sure you're not the bad guy here. Godspeed, son.
And then the
I hope you know what
other
you're doing.
file that I did like entirely on my own
I'll be talking
that
to
I
Dr.
got up
Nelson all
to
morning. But first, little music.
Big Snake.
Dolometer.
Dalamander.
I got all the way up to that on my own, and managed to do the subquest. I just could not get the damage
Do enough
output to
damage.
actually kill it.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes a lot to kill them. Because it's a hub quest, it's always scaled to at least 3 people.
Yeah, I think they did that, what is the handling on this card? They did the G rank quests back and for you. If it was those, it was always scaled to 4 people.
Possible. I know at least it's always been at least 3 until World came out, but Online Hub in general was always scaled to at least 3 or higher.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm pretty happy with how far I managed to get.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go absolutely ham when Wilds comes out. It'll be the only thing I play for a while.
Welcome back to KBF FM. Hope you
I'm not sure how long it'll be
Now,
before
Doc,
I
you
manage
were
to
talking about life and
get into it,
finding
because
that
I tried it out on my
You were talking about
laptop.
that. I was saying I don't like
It's just not
To me,
Yeah.
that's strange because I
doing
always
that.
pegged you as a.
That's basically why I went and got a new computer.
You got me there.
Hey, if I'm streaming,
Love's where you
at least with the beta, it was chugging a little bit on this.
looking, sure.
I had to.
But the idea that there's
I don't think I had to reduce any settings necessarily. I think it just like leveled
miss
itself
that
out.
chance, it's going forever, and you're
But
Yeah.
incomplete.
like I have a 4080 Ti and it was like maybe.
Heck, childish even.
What CPU do you have?
See?
Intel 12th gen something.
Analogy for everything.
Okay.
But what you're saying isn't
So
that
your
real?
graphic card's
Well, no.
a fair bit newer than
What
your
I am saying is that
CPU.
your potential
Yeah,
is
which is good because the
limited to
Intel
potentially a chance encounter.
13th
I know
and
the-
14th gens were having microcode issues that were like zapping the cores on
Let me say
it.
something personal here.
Mhm.
Okay. Now,
Yeah,
well,
mine has
I don't
the
disagree
AMD in
with you
it.
Exactly.
Good.
But I can't really fit that together with what I feel. What I felt.
I don't think
That-
Intel's worth it
She
anymore.
was the one. She was. And she.
Yeah.
I let her.
I didn't really want to deal with having to build the computer, so I was looking for a good pre-built one that I could just pick up in person. You
Yeah.
don't have to worry about it being shipped or anything.
Since then, there hasn't been.
That is basically what I did.
And I'm not saying
Yeah.
I dwell on her or haven't.
That's just
moved
my
on.
recommendation
I
for
like
you
my
as well,
life.
TJ. If
I'm
you
living in the
feel
past.
like getting a new computer.
I do miss the way she
I think I would
completed
probably
me.
have to
Can't argue with the heart battle.
build one just because
I'm
of
sorry, folks. I
how
had
particular I
kind of a scary
am
experience
stuff.
last night, and
Yeah.
let's just say,
And also, I don't like all of the gamer lights and stuff that all the
I just
pre-builds do.
I just
Hi,
turned those
100.
off, to be honest.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean the computer I got, you basically couldn't buy the parts for the price I got it for.
Same. My entire rig was priced at about like 5,000 something, but it was like on a sale, so I ended up getting it for like 2,600. Longer RNG, yay!
It just keeps going.
Yeah, it's 30
Wait.
seconds or 34.
Nice. The one I got, I think if you were to buy the parts, would be like $2,000+ but I got it for 1,600, so
Yeah.
a bit cheaper. I didn't have to do anything. All I had to do was plug it in and turn it on.
Yep.
It's not too bad.
Mine
Yes,
was
the one.
okay.
It's the one I posted in our chat.
Yeah, I saw.
This-
Mine was a college graduation present. I was gonna go halvesies on it with my parents, and then they're like, you know what? Nah, it's all from us.
Nice.
Hey, what OS is it?
11.
11. Oh, basically every new computer now is coming with 11.
Spying on the
and if it-
lighter on the ferry had been a
They're
disappointment.
cutting support for
His
10.
boss had made Wake out to be something special, but Mott hadn't been impressed. He'd gotten a good long look at the wife, though, and he liked what he saw. Mott had fantasized about goading Wake into a fight, but it hadn't happened. Still,
Who's Mott?
he'd get his chance to
So,
see if the writer had anything.
If I saw
He'd
the
been
menu
promised as
right,
much.
this is one of the ones like way further than we are.
Uh-huh.
So I just don't know what's happening in this one.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't know what the combo is, but mine is tears and depression.
Hmm.
You say it's a joke, but it kind of isn't. You don't have a graphics card, which makes me very sad.
I mean, there's a hint of that in every conversation if you really think about it.
We're talking about computers and Monster Hunter Wilds, and the fact that Base and I both bought pre-builts because we didn't want to have to deal with making the computer and just wanted to plug it in and have it work.
Yep.
And then we're talking about how the both of us, for the pre-builts we got, if you were to try to buy the parts individually, it costs you well more than the price of the pre-built.
Yep. Micro Center is real good for deals, especially when it's like, basically mine was the second to top end, so they were like trying to get rid of units so that they could sell more of the
Newest
higher
one.
end ones.
I was early.
Yeah, I got mine
was
at
supposed to
Best
meet the
Buy.
kidnapper at
Technically,
Lee
mine's
in
a
the main building.
2024 make.
The coal mine was
Hmm.
quiet. It was a museum now.
That's why it was cheap.
Mm-hmm. Or manuscript.
I feel like you want to make you like puzzles and stuff. That's sort of how I am.
With Nightingale gone and the
I'm
night wind
also
blowing
just,
into
like,
the grocery
particular
store
about
window, Maine
everything.
stared at Sarah.
So I'd feel more comfortable building it.
Maine's voice shook with
Yeah.
barely controlled anger.
The sun has decided
boy's
to
doing
avoid
more
the
drinking
window
than
thing.
thinking.
It might be
hope
where
you know
I
what you're
am.
doing, Sarah.
The very
He's
top
got a
corner
sickness
of
in his
it. I
eyes.
lean forward
You're too
in my
mellow for
eyes.
it. He wants
Yeah,
what
it
he
looks like
believes in,
you're
and it's
getting
not for
right in the
anything
little
good.
crack there. Meanwhile, I get to have some fun Metroid Prime visor reflection happening. Every waking moment, I can see my eyes in the glasses,
Nice.
and it's vaguely distracting.
In 1970, a volcanic eruption below Cauldron Lake, a volcanic eruption, while relatively minor, caused most of the deep mining tunnels to collapse or flood. 32 miners lost their lives in the calamity, and all mining around Bright Falls came to a final stop. Now, many of the remaining buildings are protected as historical landmarks. How far into the mines can we get? Oh,
Not very.
Not a lot.
there is one of these.
What's the odds in one of your Shadow Dream sequences you can hop on a cart and bust through the wall?
Probably high, like 75%.
Secret Donkey Kong level.
Yeah. Where's the barrel? While there were some
that'd be a
early.
fun game to play.
Mm-hmm. I've actually never played Donkey Kong Country.
Oh, the even better reason then.
Yeah. Donkey Kong 64 might also be fun to play.
I would recommend it with the swap anywhere mod for it. Because it's one of those things where only certain characters can do certain things.
Right. Yeah.
And for some reason, you have like designated swapping areas.
It's because it was a really old game, and that was their first iteration on swapping mechanics. While there were some early residents in the area, the true genesis of the town, Bright Falls, came with founding the Bright Falls Mining Company and opening of the Bright Falls coal mine in 1878. Although the work was hard and dangerous, many immigrants, Germans, Poles, Italians, Finns, Swedes, among others, worked the mines. Immigrant labor. And potential racism. Have a good rest
didn't
of the
want to
stream.
go
You can go
outside.
back to sleep. Alright.
Cops had to be
Good
looking
night.
for me.
Sleep well.
Sweet dreams.
The noon sun turned the place into a sauna.
Why did the first
day
thing I
dragged
think of
on.
when he pulled up that chair
Different
was
scenarios
where's the
ran through my
news?
mind. Ways of how I'd torture the kidnapper to get Alice back. Or
Alan
the
Wake
different horrible
depressing
things
guy.
he could have done to her. I imagined her dead. I had no way of knowing she was still alive.
Oh yeah,
It was killing me.
we haven't said it yet. Alan Wake, more like Alan
I was
Sleep.
running on blind hope. It was all a waste of time.
Well, now it's Alan Sleep.
The bastard never showed up.
Did you tucker yourself out?
Where the hell
Blake?
are you? Change of plans. You know where Mirror Peak is? It's a big mountain north of where you are. You follow the path from the mine, you can't miss it. There's a lookout point there. I'll be waiting.
I'm through being jerked around
You want to see your wife alive? Because if you do, you better watch what you say to me. Do we understand each other?
I want to talk to Alice.
Yeah, and I want the manuscript. Don't keep me waiting, Wake.
Hello? Hello! Ah! I'm gonna kill him! I had to get to Mirror Peak.
What? Where? There's no exit. Jesus. Okay. Scared the crap out of me.
It was close. Maybe closer than ever before.
Okay. And
What was?
Where do you go from there?
I still can't get out. What?
Do like a flag not trigger for the door to be interactable or something?
I don't. Do I jump down here? Oh, okay.
I would have assumed that it wouldn't let you do that.
Same.
More lithium batteries, you say?
They actually let us keep everything from the previous night cycle. Which is weird.
Maybe it's just between acts that you lose it all. Really.
Maybe.
So I will be right back. I really have to go to the washroom.
Okay. That's not dangerous. Oh.
When Thomas Zane fell for Barbara Jagger, it happened fast. She was young, vibrant, and beautiful, full of life. He had never been a very happy man, and without any seeming effort, she had changed all that. Zane felt good for the first time in his life. Everything she did was another piece of a jigsaw puzzle he hadn't even known he'd been missing. And best of all, she made the words flow, strong and sharp. She was his muse.
Okay, so that one I don't know what's happening just because I don't remember anything from the manuscripts, to be honest.
Yeah. If it's not directly involving us, I don't know. Jeez. Oh, I have flare grenades. Why didn't the manuscript pull? Oh, at least it.
I think that was one of those weird quirks with it. Like, it registers that you have it, but since it put you back before you actually it still exists.
Yeah. Ow.
Although it might just have like a global thing, because it also kept stuff from when we restarted, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
My face. I am so confused. I thought we were done.
So, I know that it introduced, like, shadow objects like that
Yeah.
before, but I don't think we had one just, like, outright attack us like that.
We
Yeah.
have.
Barring maybe, like, the, what was it, the, bulldozer or whatever it was?
Yeah, the bulldozer. But most of the shadow objects will do that. There was the ones to block. They were blocking paths. Do I have to? There's the ones that are blocking paths, and then there's like oil barrels and stuff that we're coming out of. I guess I have to. What is that? Is that just like a wheelbarrow?
I don't know. I guess we're going to find out, though.
Oh, it's two things. Okay. Prepare for the worst. They just don't make sense, really.
To be honest with the first flash, I kind of thought you just exploded. So,
Yep.
The only way to reach the hillside ahead was to go through the building. I had to find a way to avoid electrocution.
I guess let's follow the power line. There's so many.
I feel like they're also hitting quicker.
There's two.
Find a way
No,
to
there's
avoid
just different
electrocution.
classes of. There's like the normal ones, then you have the big group ones, and then you have the quick road ones. Oh, why am I using the shotgun?
I also feel like possibly it doesn't, like the flashbang at least doesn't affect ones that you're not, like, seeing.
Possibly. Well, I did throw it out in front of me rather than dropping it on the ground next to me.
I feel like those two behind you were still close enough that they should have.
The flash originated like dead center of the other ones. Yay, lights go off. More darkness. It's fire and darkness, sword.
Now, I do kind of have to wonder why go through the trouble of that instead of just, like, looking for a spot that's not electrocuted.
Because it was a power line collapsed on an entirely metal fence, I guess. thing. Okay. At least it's not that bad. Yeah. Yep, death indeed.
We got the checkpoint.
Yep. Thank you for the hydrate.
I will say, still not a fan of the health.
Mm-hmm. Though that one was me. Because a guy got in front of me. Throw the freaking flag. Yeah, there was only one that was injury, so it. Fine.
There's the screen flash so much. That's how you know you're winning. And that's how you know you're losing.
Why does the... Yeah. My eyes burn too. Okay. So... We need this.
I will say, speaking of that, they could probably, like, dial that back a lot.
Yeah. At least they're giving me the resources to actually make it through this, and it's just learning what all is there.
Mm-hmm.
Ow! My ankles! Bruh. What?
I'm back.
Beaten up and exploded.
Having a rough time of it.
Is it like a boss fight?
No, I wish. The boss fights aren't hard in
Gotcha.
this. No, they're just throwing like 60 dudes at us.
That sucks.
They're sending all the dudes.
And some minecarts.
Interesting.
I'm just gonna reload the flashlight. There's apparently dudes who get behind us. But you said I dodged it. just took forever.
And now watch even more of them come because we moved back a bit.
Yeah, right? It's 9 a.m. bright, and the screen is acting like a 90s animated, directed, like Michael Bay movie. Yeah. It's actually easier for me to see on the screen capture than it is to see on the actual screen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just a bit. Just feels weird.
Is the gamma turned up or something for that?
Didn't. Marquise used ban. It was super effective. Really, guys?
Bobby.
Gotta flashbang them with ads. What is this badge?
Oh, I've seen that before. That's a
Mm-hmm.
it's I want to say like a music thing. I don't remember.
Is it a rap battle thing?
Hmm. Okay, so it might be like a
It's a
wrestling-ish?
boxer. It's boxing.
But yeah, I've seen the whole badge before because it resembles a badge for a streamer that I watch occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
So it stuck out to me.
Oh, okay. Almost 1-year-old count. Yeah, travesty. I cast darkness? No, we have enough of that. There's plenty of darkness in here. We do not need more.
Darkness is cool, but unfortunately, there's enough of that.
Stop it.
Supply and demand and all that.
I don't know how I survived that. That was awful.
Yo.
Trusted no one in the dark.
Honestly, I feel like you probably shouldn't trust a whole lot of people in the light in this game either.
Yeah. Well, every bad person that has done anything, it's always been at night. Everyone during the daytime seems to be at least amenable.
Except for the
Some of
one shadow
children
lady.
retained echoes of their former selves, but these were just
Well,
the nerve twitches of a
We
dead
met
brain.
her in the dark
Nothing
hallway.
remained but a shell covered and filled with
I guess.
darkness.
That they warned us was
In
too
most
dark and we
cases,
shouldn't
these
go
puppets
down there
were
without
left for the
lights.
purposes of the dark presence. But for anything more elaborate, as with the writer, it was different. It needed his mind. And so rather than taking him over completely,
Nappa! Welcome. Nice to see you. How are you doing? How is the family? You didn't hurt yourself again, did you? Are we gonna fight a tree?
Something tells
Maybe?
me.
There's one always in the shed.
I'm kind of not sure what that was supposed to convey.
No idea.
We
Because
could
like
either
the
have it
animation,
here.
animation was too weird for it to be like the tree falling. So
Yeah, it definitely something caused it to fall, I would assume.
there was no way the flashbang grenades were standard power company equipment.
You don't say. Can't even get into the freaking. Oh, it's Goop. It's been a while. Yeah, it has been a while. I've been good. Just been chilling. We're basically done with the high school fencing season. I only have like one more practice and also a banquet on the 2nd. Oh, hi. Goop on the ground, too. Hi, Goop. You won't trick me into stepping into your gum.
You'd have a hard time stepping on that one.
Yeah.
you've seen Dragon Ball Daima or what? I have not yet. I'm waiting for the English to be done.
No, I've not seen any of it. I don't even know what that is.
The new Dragon Ball anime where they get turned small,
Glad you're doing.
except it's not GT.
Thank you, Nappa.
Interesting.
I do know some of the stuff that like happens in it because I follow some Dragon Ball Z content people, but I don't know like specific details.
I forgot I had a flare gun.
Right.
Wait, trigger all. I'd like to trigger all of them. They said GT inspired. Interesting.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, because it has a lot of like similar qualities. It, at least from what I've seen of it, it has that sort of feel that the Broly movie did, where it's like a thing that they've done before, but a more like actually canon take on it. I do know they got Goku's like original English voice back, like his Dragon Ball child voice.
Oh, that's cool. Manuscript.
I stared through the bars of the jail cell. Barry stood behind me, swaying on his feet, looking as ill as I felt. Agent Nightingale stood on the other side of the bars with Sheriff Breaker. Nightingale had a stack of manuscript pages in his hand. He seemed unhinged as he gloated. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here. All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder a federal agent.
Who? Raymond Chandler?
Is this another one from like later on?
Possibly. I mean, sucks for that guy, I guess.
But we're in prison. What? I'm gonna run to the... That's a thermos. There might be something other than the thermos up there, though. But we know it's side content.
A second thermos.
Yeah, right? Box. More flashbangs. That's nice. Scream into the void until you ascend to the next level of existence. Wow, he ruined my flashbang.
It looks like flares might be the play for this general section.
Yeah.
Oh. Right to the chest.
Aren't they supposed to be mining flares? Why do they go out so fast? I don't know.
They've been left out in the elements too long. They weren't designed to be used outdoors.
This is the weird nightmare dimension. We can't have things that just illuminate things.
It could be that the darkness is literally consuming them.
That is an interesting thought that I'm almost certain they did not have.
They probably said, well, we need to make these strong, but not too strong. So set a time limit on them that's low enough.
As too early. End me. Hit me. I'm disappointed in myself.
That one just feels bad.
It really does. Also, depending on how far away we're on the shotgun, apparently the shotgun deals 2 to 3 damage. If we're going off the revolver doing 1.
Hmm.
Magical darkness, exactly.
There we go.
What was he trying to accomplish?
Shotgun up the butt. seemed pretty reasonable to me, you know? I cast magical darkness that not even I can see through. Oh, my legs! But non-magical flashlight works better than flares. Yeah, it works a little faster.
But this flashlight has lithium batteries.
Sometimes. It sometimes has lithium batteries.
Oh yeah, it also uses name brand batteries.
Yep.
I mean, without the product placement, how would you know that they're batteries?
I had no real
The
plan.
next tier is going
I
to
was
be
going to give
lithium
the
ion
kidnapper all the
batteries.
manuscript pages I had for Alice.
Yep, probably.
If that wasn't enough, I'd hold him at gunpoint and make him talk.
Ooh, pump action? Yes, please.
Imagine Alan Wake 2 having a flashlight that's like USB-C rechargeable.
You see a little wind-up guy in your hip.
Which way do I go? That's towards a light, so I'm gonna assume this way. Of course.
One time just eclipse the moon at night and that weaken the darkness or make it stronger.
I feel like that would make it stronger.
The moon makes light,
Yep.
so that makes sense.
What is the point of over here?
Be annoying.
I just wasted ammo.
Can you aim really big floodlight at all or no?
Nah, turn it on. Ow.
So it's really funny that A, you can move into the big spotlight and it's not safe
Yeah.
to do that, but also moving into it and then turning around and just being immediately blinded by it.
I had no real plan. I was going to give the kidnapper all the manuscript pages I had for Alice. If that wasn't enough, I'd hold him at gunpoint and make him talk.
I guess we're going this way. I don't want to go that way again.
Moonlight is just reflected sunlight, so surely red moonlight is good, right?
No?
Probably. Red light's alright.
I hate this game.
You gotta hydrate, by the
Yep.
way.
You gotta be careful about those sudden cliffs you didn't know about.
Yeah, because it's dark as heck.
I had no real plan. I was going to give the kidnapper all the manuscript
yes,
pages
we
I
know.
had for Alice.
No,
if that wasn't
Alan.
enough, I'd hold him at gunpoint and make him talk.
Drink punish.
I assume the hydrate
Yeah,
thing.
it's punishing death.
Gotcha.
Is it trying to make me use the pump action shotty?
The characters in the game sacrifice themselves to die of dehydration.
Mm-hmm. Surely there must be something up here.
A
It's
thermos.
a thing I don't care about.
How quaint.
Let me out. No, stop.
I swear one of these times it's gonna be something like actually cool in there that we don't look at because we spot the thermos.
Yeah. Actually was good. Just also happened to have it over. I hit the dodge button. What do you want from me? Why are you not dead? My aching butt. Ah!
Butt hurting juice.
It's so freaking annoying, dude.
I had no real plan. I was going to give the kidnapper all the manuscript pages I had.
Just
for
when I was
Alice.
like, yeah, they're
If that
actually
wasn't
giving
enough,
you what you
I'd hold him
need.
at gunpoint and make him talk.
The game heard you praising it and had to stop that.
I know, right?
I need this experience to stay at a consistent 7 out of 10.
Yep. Where's the third place? And people say you play as the victim in Dark Souls. Have they played this game? Probably not.
You're not the victim in Dark Souls. Everybody else is your victim in Dark Souls. You are the chosen undead, or the Ashen One. Or whatever they call it in Dark Souls 2.
I was just about to ask about
I didn't play Dark Souls 2 nearly as much as the other ones.
Yeah, I've only played through Dark Souls 2 like twice.
It feels worse for me also because I've been watching someone play through it like within the past month and I don't remember what they told you. of the Curse, is
Bear
that
the
it?
Curse. Yeah, Bear the Curse, because Emerald Terror goes, well, technically everybody says she goes bear, seek, lest, but yeah, it's Bear of the Curse.
Yeah, that's right. I remember.
Yep, because everybody skips through her dialogue, and so it sounds like Bear, seek, lest.
Yep.
Because it's like Bear the Cursed, seek out the throne of Drangley Castle, seek the Chandra or something, lest you lose or something. Let's see, what does her dialogue actually say?
I will remain uncontrolled.
Oh, okay,
Movement
so
to Bloodburn is not on PC.
Bloodmore's never
What?
gonna be on PC.
Not entirely true. There's a like fan thing.
The demake?
Not even that actually. There's something that people did to like make Bloodborne runnable on PC. It's similar to the thing that people did with like PS3 emulators to get Metal Gear Solid 4 working, because that game is just crazy nonsense under the hood.
Right.
Like it legitimately has its own like dedicated branch of the PS3 emulator, just solely dedicated to making that game work. And Bloodborne, I believe, has a similar thing.
The dark
now.
presence was moving ahead of me in the
Yeah.
same direction I was going. A cold feeling settled itself in the pit of my stomach.
The Emerald
Was it
Herald's
going
actual
for
quote
Alice?
is, Bearer of the Curse, seek souls, larger, more powerful souls. Seek the king, that is the only way, lest this land swallow you whole, as it has so many others. In other words, Bear, seek, less. That's what she says when you talk to her to level up.
Oh god.
So everybody skips through it, because they don't want to hear the whole statement all the time.
I just wasted a player.
Be alright. You'll get more of them.
Why do I have a super fast dude? Please don't have these becoming a common enemy.
He just had too much coffee. He found some of the thermoses.
What if there was an enemy at the end that got stronger based on how many thermoses you didn't find?
That would be interesting.
Like a reverse of the guy in Metal Gear. You get stronger the more you kill.
Hey, that reminds me, actually, the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake has a new trailer out, and some of my reservations have been eased from it.
That's
Oh
good.
yeah.
Because, like, obviously it has some, like, directing differences with, like, the cutscenes and stuff. Because, they're keeping, like, the voice acting and all that, but, you know, it makes sense that they, like,
Place was
shoot
dead,
things
a
differently and
ghost
whatnot.
town. Had been for
depending.
decades, maybe a
Right.
Yeah.
century.
But, one thing that they absolutely did not need to do, but they still, like, went to the trouble of, there's a, moment in a cutscene where, that character's glasses break, and it has the exact same, like, glass shatter pattern as in the original.
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
Like, a very minute detail that does not matter at all, that they absolutely did not need to pay attention to, they still, like, replicated.
That's cool.
Things were never as simple in real life as in fiction.
Oh, also the monkey minigame
I've
is
lost count
possibly
of the
back in
times
it,
I'd
so that's
wished there'd be a
neat.
clear reason for my writer's block. Something to fight. Something to lash out on. There wasn't. I was filled with doubt. I was nothing like the hero in my books. Alex Casey had gone through his life with single-minded determination, never wavering from his goal. Even now, I was angry at myself, angry at Alice, angry at Barry. I was fumbling and I had no plan.
They keep throwing out names, and I don't know who any of these people are.
Alex
Barry's
Casey,
the
I think,
agent,
was
right?
The possibly his character in his book.
That's what it sounds like based on the text there. Alex,
yeah.
I think Alex Casey's the protagonist he wrote in his book. Because he say, I wasn't like the protagonist of my book. X, which is Alex Casey, was single-minded and got what he wanted. Because he's a storybook character. And you can write him to be however you want.
Great Peak Gorge. Originally founded in 1928, Great Peak Gorge Mining Town was one of the permanent settlements in Bright Falls Mining Company, built for its workers. The nearby graveyard is a testament to the dangers miners faced on a daily basis. Most of the men who lost their lives over the years here were buried there. A grim reminder to be careful for those who remained. Great Peak Gorge was abandoned almost overnight when Bright Falls Mining Company closed its doors in 1970.
Here's Bobby.
There it goes. That one was up for a little bit before it did that.
Sometimes that happens. And of course, somebody has decided to park behind my car.
That's fun.
Yeah. It's fine. We still have, we've only been going an hour. We still have a little more time.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's only 9:30.
I just don't understand why they block our driveway. I have to tell them, especially when I'm going to work, I have to tell them to move their car. It's like,
Yeah.
why?
The thing is, I can't see the car from here, but assuming it's the same people, they were on the street before.
The people on the street might have left. That might be somebody else's. They have a couple of cars that look like that. It shouldn't be up to me to be like, if I need to leave the house, and if I know I need to leave the house, I need to park on the street.
Mm-hmm.
It just feels bad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's why you get 2 driveways like my house has.
Yeah, let's just get another driveway up in here real quick. With all the space we don't have. Alan Wake, stressed, gets told to chill, he gets mad at everyone, and somehow gets involved in Eldritch Darkness horror. Alex, or whatever his name is, stoic, single-minded, tall, dark, brooding. Gets everything he wants with moderate effort. You okay, Alan? The answer is no.
Sounds like Dan Brown's self-insert character in
Yeah.
the Angels and Demons series and the Da Vinci Code. Robert Langdon, I believe is his name.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Basically, he's just a more successful, suave version of Dan Brown himself. Guy gets the girl. He's a history major or whatever that helps decide the fate of the world or something like that. Because only he knows how to crack the Da Vinci Code.
I have found your greatest enemy and an object. Yourselves.
Slightly less animate objects.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd be fine with the larger swarm systems if they just had more.
Yeah.
They're both easier to deal with and kind of silly.
And they don't actually require a whole lot of,
Technical effort.
well, they don't, they require a rechargeable resource. Animate objects meet static objects. Yep. Later. How's this train gonna turn into a boss fight? Not a boss fight.
Thankfully, Final Fantasy taught me how to deal with that.
This thing has a lot of health. Yes, whack yourself against yourself. Amazing. Given that you can have two different types of batteries, I feel like you should be able to, or it should like go through the normal ones first.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't tell you.
That doesn't tell you which ones you're using.
No.
Do you have separate amounts of the two batteries, or is it just like a communal?
It's a communal 20. It's just like you're
Maybe
picking up,
just-
you're picking up batteries and put them in your pocket.
Well, then maybe it just automatically says, all right, small batteries on top, big batteries on the bottom.
Yeah. Hopefully. Also, is this a can of paint? Are they baking a can of paint?
Anything outside of riding
It looks
is
like a can of paint.
I feel ill. I managed to make my way downstairs. There's a shoebox filled with books and papers by Thomas Zane. It's
Why are you
very
looking
hard to
into the
focus, but
camera
I
like
managed
that,
to
bud?
read some of it. He's a poet. And a
Creepy.
good one. He writes of muses and creators
that's the
summoning
point.
fabulous things from a magic lake, using his powers to shape the world of a realm of gods and dreams and demons, dark things that wait for a chance to slip through, wearing the flesh of men's
Is that an
disguise.
actual guy?
Zane
What?
writes
What do you
about
mean?
himself.
The like
His girlfriend being
TV?
taken
That's
over by
Alex.
a
Not a
dark
dad.
presence.
Yeah, but like, is it an
Bruno is scared of the
actual
lake.
man?
I don't think
believes
so.
it's a mirror to the gaping void of darkness above,
Oh.
where some Lovecraftian presence
Maybe.
lurks.
Because like the
I
other
crawl
ones
back
are.
upstairs.
I
I'll
thought.
borrow these things for my story. They ring true. They fit.
Because like the way he pulled back when he went to touch it looked a little too
Realistic.
Too real
mhm.
for this game.
Uh-huh.
Goodbye, pump action. I cared not for you. I guess we're going up. Remember, kids, don't litter. Pick up and put all your trash in the proper receptacles. It comes across a corpse. Now, look at this. Someone has just left this lying around. You should properly dispose of your body when you're no longer using it too, or else it could rise as an undead, and we wouldn't want that now, would we? I don't know. We might want it.
Depends on who you're asking.
Yeah. What if I want to use your body? Wait, that came out wrong.
You never know when you need spare parts.
Yeah.
It's like Bender taught us. Food goes in the disposal, limbs and hair go in the
Kidnapper had
trash.
sent me a text. The message was full of spelling errors and insults. It was telling me to hurry up.
I will hurry as much as I want to. Give me this box. What is the breathing?
Maybe it's like a shadow guy following you, breathing just enough to breathe over your shoulder. Exactly. People like that, don't they? Says the executives.
Yeah. They call it ASMR.
Birds.
You know, I forgot that birds would be like an actual threat. It also kind of feels like they aren't in this situation.
Yep. I mean,
Did they just leave? Oh.
I thought they did.
Okay, I think that's his first call. What are you doing spawning on top of me? Stop that. Okay, now they're on. Now I just have this one to deal with. Oh, they're too far out. Sad. Also, that was kind of useless. Now the birds can't get to me. Oh well. I definitely hoard resources so much that it shouldn't matter.
Mm-hmm. They're also not too, like, stingy with stuff either.
No. Tunnels go to Cauldron Lake. Was I supposed to be going down, or was I... This looks like progression. Or is it? Her voice is coming
Be
from
honest.
back there.
I can barely tell with this game most of the time.
This is point of no return. Let's go check out the other one.
Yep.
Oh, we can tell because of compass.
I also forget that that's a thing pretty
Yeah.
regularly. Wife whispering in the dark, never a bad sign. Yeah.
Only I had my hand mirror and flashlight.
I can only see this going well.
Without warning, the headache stabbed at my brain.
Oh. Okay, but there was a manuscript down there. Okay, this is progression.
Alice?
Nope. Run and go away. It's not real.
I'm sure she's fine.
Alright, Mr. Rider Boy, get your stamina back up. It's things like this that I don't like in games. It's like two very distinct opposite directions.
Mm-hmm.
Like normally you can tell, but they gave me resources on this one. I'm so confused. Are both of them correct?
Maybe?
Even behind the closed doors and curtains of his grimy room at the Majestic, the local motel, Nightingale could feel the locals' eyes on him, the unrelenting pressure of their judgment. He forced it out of his mind. For all he knew, they could all be under Wake's spell already. You do what you have to do to get the job done. He took comfort from the bottle in his hand. Please, he thought, just let me get through this.
I have a feeling the other one came up here. Okay, so it's an arena.
There's a lot of people.
I guess I'll take that. Oh. I thought I hit all four. I just wasted the big guy. So Alan Wake, Isaac Clarke enter a bar. What was real, what is dead, and what was both? Who's Isaac Clarke?
He's the Dead Space man.
All of it and none of it. Sounds like the answer.
He also has some of the
I'd have to
brain
make my way
worms.
up this mine shaft in order to go on.
Schrodinger's dead
Maybe the
man.
machinery could help me with that.
He's dead until he is not.
General rule of thumb for him is it's not dead unless it has like weird knife hands. Then you know it's dead.
Weird knife hands?
Yes. So the enemies in Dead Space are, I believe they're called necromorphs. They are basically just horribly distorted dead bodies.
I
And
see.
one of the main forms of them have like scyther pincer things.
Yeah.
And then there's some other various types, but those are like the standard one.
I see. This is a weird fake puzzle.
Just to make you feel better, that's all.
Yeah, to pad out the game time. What?
You know what game I've been thinking about lately, Mason?
What?
Do you remember back on the 3DS when you and I would play Fantasy Life online?
Yes, isn't that getting a sequel sometime soon?
There's one on the Switch, I think, actually.
Oh, it's already out?
If it's not already out, I think it's coming out soon.
I feel like I've at least heard of it.
Fantasy Life was such a fun game. I played
Yeah.
it for hours. It had a really robust co-op
Mm-hmm.
for how basic seeming the game is at first.
Yeah. It's basically like your normal MMORPG vibe, but you're supposed to go in. You can technically progress as much as you want in any of the crafting anythings. You can have one person crafting specifically, like
One person fighting.
like armor, one person doing weapons, because those are two different skills.
Two different job classes.
Yep.
I think it's actually also coming to Steam.
Ooh. If it is,
I
that would
know. I
be
know it's
fun.
coming to. I know it's coming to Switch, and I think it's coming to Steam. It's Fantasy Life: The Girl Who Stole Time. The Girl Who Steals Time is what it's called.
Okay, yeah, that sounds familiar.
And I'm pretty
it
sure it was up
is-
to 4-person co-op.
It was on the 3DS, yeah. May 21st of this year is when it's coming out.
Nice. We should
So yeah,
definitely
it
do
is soon.
that.
Yeah, it'd be fun to do that again. Looks like 14 classes again.
Yeah.
Let's see if they changed any of them. Paladin, Mercenary. Oh, they added a Magician class to combat. That's cool.
I thought there already was a magician class.
Was there? Maybe it's just been so long since I played it then.
Because you got gemstones and put it on sticks.
Yeah. Alright.
Lightning
Yeah, so
flashed
yeah,
behind the
Paladin,
windows of
Mercenary,
Cauldron
Magician,
Lake
Hunter,
Lodge. Torres
and then
laughed
for
and
fighting,
steel hammer
gathering
above
is
his head.
Angler, Miner,
Nurse
Woodcutter, and
Sinclair was
Farmer,
trying to calm him
and
down
then
with
crafting is
success.
Alchemist, Cook,
Tor grinned
Tailor,
gladly and
Carpenter,
shouted,
Blacksmith, and
"My
Artist.
hammer's up. Here's a
Mhm.
friendly post
Looks like it's got the
from
same art
Wench."
style as the 3DS
He
one
dropped the hammer
as
down
well.
with all his might on Sinclair's
Oh,
head.
you know, it was
We're on a
the
comeback
artisan.
tour,
We
baby.
had one person making the armor and weapons, other person was making the accessories.
And then we swapped so
Yeah.
we could all get all the jobs because it was just us.
Yeah. What? That was a weird part of the manuscript.
Mhm.
None of that
I feel
made
like that
any
was a
sense.
weird thing to say.
Yeah.
Also,
A friendly poke from Mjolnir. Mjolnir doesn't poke friendly.
Like all games, there's a pre-order bonus nowadays. Looks like the pre-order bonus is some like consumable items and an accessory that increases EXP earned.
Eh,
So nothing crazy.
lame.
I think it wasn't pre-order, but I know the old Fantasy Life, its DLC was actually pretty extensive. It had like a whole new zone
Yeah.
and a bunch of hairstyles and stuff.
Yeah, I believe it also increased the
Great. Another cable
level cap.
car.
by like
Just
20.
great.
Yeah,
Because it was, I want to say it was 60 and then it went to 80.
something. I know it increased it by a good amount. Like it was a worthwhile DLC.
Yeah,
If you want to buy it. It also wasn't very expensive. It was like maybe $10
I
on a
don't- I
$40
don't think
on a
it was-
$40 game.
Yeah.
It might have only been like $7 or $8,
Yeah.
but I had a lot of fun playing that game. Played it a lot actually.
We did.
But
What the heck? How you can't see the birds?
you're coming from your blind spots.
It's like they come from below.
it's like weirdly overwhelming, but also I feel like they didn't actually do much.
I managed to get to 59. I think if I hadn't have dispersed as much as I did, we would have
Still feels like poor design.
It does.
But I guess not much you can do about it other than just keep going.
Yep. Honestly, more of the fast enemies, please.
Less birds. Or less of the spooky environment.
Shit.
Ah, it was fine. Put some hair on your chest.
I don't know if even Alan Wake would survive that ordeal.
Nailed it.
Are those for anything at all?
No. Absolutely not. I have not gotten any indication that I should be shooting those, aside from just for fun.
Sometimes fun's all you need.
Yep. That milk or bleach.
One would make significantly more sense.
I mean, it could be a mixture of milk and bleach.
There's only one way to find out. America's
chug.
next top game show. Is it milk or is it bleach?
Fortunately, liquid bleach isn't white. Liquid bleach is a yellowy green.
Interesting.
I would know. We use liquid bleach to disinfect our water at the wastewater plant.
Ah, that makes sense.
Instead of chlorine gas, we use liquid bleach. Technically, we use sodium hypochlorite. It's basically does the same job as chlorine gas, but it's less dangerous.
That makes sense.
If you're
Bleach is
unaware,
my favorite animated drink.
bleach is over now. They at least I think they finished the 1,000-Year Blood Arc revival anime. Apparently, it's fairly good, but like, I got really bored with Bleach eventually. Be like this world-ending problem, fix it. 2 weeks later, another world-ending problem.
Yeah. There was no downtime.
There's one
It
of
was
those
the same
things where
issue with. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
it's one of those things I just like kind of stopped paying attention until it's over.
Cauldron Lake, the 8th deepest lake in the world. Cauldron Lake is a caldera lake formed in volcanic crater. The volcano itself could be considered to be active, but it has not erupted since the volcanic earthquakes of 1970. And even then, the underground activity was comparably mild. Despite some property damage, there was no casualties. Cauldron Lake is one of the most beautiful spots in the Rifle area, as well as a central figure in many local folktales. Popular recreational area for the area residents.
I feel like we read this one before.
Maybe?
We've probably read something similar.
Are we at Cauldron? No?
We're probably we're probably close to it if we're not at it. I would think.
Well, this is Mirror Peak, so I don't think we've been here. Just
I don't
go.
think we've been.
Fine.
I don't think we've been here. I think it's just got a similar dialogue box.
Yeah. Birds. It's always birds.
The birds make you feel better.
That's fine. Hello? Why are your actions not interrupted?
You said, why are they not interrupted?
Yeah.
They're trying to beat you.
I'm honestly surprised we haven't ended this act yet.
Mm-hmm.
I assume it'll end once you get to the top of Mirror Peak and get like a cutscene.
Yeah.
I assume that's when the game is gonna end it, quote unquote.
Mm-hmm. Glad this manuscript was there, otherwise I would not know where to go.
Maud had
Natural
checked
use of
all
the
of
environmental
Stucky's rental
storytelling.
cabins.
You know,
There had been no sign of the wakes. It was dark when he'd found their car parked at the end of the road by Cauldron Lake. It made
is
no
Bot
sense.
the kidnapper?
They must have taken a wrong turn, but there was no sign of them, and the car had been there for
Who's
hours
Mott?
already. Frustrated,
Isn't he a
Mott
guy
stood
we've
on
seen the
rocky
name of
ruin
but
at
not
the
met?
footbridge
Yeah.
that had once led to Diver's Isle before it sank beneath the waves years ago. The boss wouldn't be happy.
So that last bit makes me think that that's the kidnapper.
Certainly suspicious sounding.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be.
Remember, you can't go on if you have a suspicious mind.
Mm-hmm. Is this actually where I'm supposed to go? Yep. Weird parkour. Oh. That makes more sense.
I don't know. I think the weird parkour makes sense.
Man, for someone who can't run very well, he sure can knock some down fairly easily.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Bobby.
Bobby?
He's certainly better at it than you would think.
Yeah. And we're back. Maybe he's not strong. Maybe all of these things he's kicking are just rotten. Tom. What? Did you write this? I miss you, Tom. That looks like a thing you would open. I curse you, Thomas Zane. Oh, hi, stairs.
So the little like heart thing seems like it might be a clue of sorts.
Thomas Zane and CW.
Someone who had been paying attention may possibly know what that first name would be. I unfortunately am not one of those people.
CW? Who's that?
It's the kids' TV program show thing.
It's the channel that has the DC shows on it.
That's CW Kids.
It's still CW.
Regular
I didn't say it
CW
wasn't.
has DC shows on it also.
Oh yeah, it had like Smallville stuff, didn't it?
Yeah.
And that and Green Arrow, and I don't remember any of the others.
Sweet. It actually let me, Oh, y'all aren't close enough. Maybe we do this one first, let them close in. Hi.
Like, give it an award.
Ow. I don't like it here.
Truth be told, I don't think Alan Wake likes it there either.
No, probably not. You know, at least I still get shotgun ammo, despite not having the shotgun. So if I ever switch you back to it, I'll have some.
Nice.
Could I have just ignored that entirely?
Maybe. When did Alan Wake come out again?
Wasn't it like
it's like-
2012-ish?
Yeah,
Around there?
2011.
Find out. $2010.
Hmm. And
I could
his
see
second
Golden
game
Lake.
came out,
I
what,
thought
2
I could
years
make
ago?
out the spot where the island and the cabin had
Around,
Or
been.
a year ago?
There was a light near it.
2024?
It had to be a boat.
2023.
Hmm.
I was close now.
I
I
don't care.
tried to hold on to Alice, but her form melted away. I was losing control. Dr. Hartman stood in her place. I wanted to hit him, but my arms were jelly. He smiled. It was a reassuring smile, and I hated him for it. I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period. Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now.
I swear, he's just a dude who collects artists.
Had to get there fast.
He has
I
to be.
dreaded what I would find.
Some rando.
You know, I feel like saying specifically that to someone
Hey, I'm here!
is not likely to keep them calm.
No.
Get away! Sorry. Please, lady. The boss didn't know who he was messing with. I didn't know. I swear, I didn't know. We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is. She's probably drowned. We just said we had her to make a play ball. You see?
Okay. Lady. Good thing I have a bunch of those in my pocket too.
Good thing. I wonder if the game wants you to say, hey, this is effective. I hope you saved them.
Very not
Previously
relevant.
on
but
Alan
the,
Wake. I'm haunted
typewriter
by
that
the
he
law.
has there has like the same exact name.
Are you seriously telling me that writer just
as
took out
the
my deputies?
Lego
The thriller I
typewriter
supposedly
set.
wrote isn't holding true. The genre of the story seems to
They're
be
the same
shifting.
style at least.
It's turning into a horror story. I was told that
That's the
Alice had
same
been
style of
kidnapped,
typewriter that we
but that
have.
was a lie.
We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is.
Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
Except ours has a plastic frame instead of a metal frame.
How many episodes of this are there? 6?
Alan,
No idea.
baby, it was just a nightmare.
That's a really odd-looking face.
It is.
Hartman, I fell.
I had to give you a sedative.
Oh, it's that thing we just read.
You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you're lying.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
6 sounds about right.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
That's about what I thought based on how the first episode was going.
Yeah.
If we're already on Act 4.
I felt groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus. There were only empty sheets of paper here. No manuscript pages.
Yeah, you gotta write the manuscript, man.
The door was locked. I was a prisoner here.
You got bed sheets, you got a window.
It's honestly not even a far enough drop to need the bed sheets.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Let me
Yeah. I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message. Loud and clear.
Quite right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me?
What a response.
We'll reacquaint you
Yeah.
with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good.
You're gross.
This
I'm
corridor
assuming
is
they're
for
implying
patients.
that we punched
Most
him in
of
the
them aren't
face
here right
and broke his
now.
nose.
Jack
We
took them
did,
out
back
for
at
a
the police
fishing trip.
station.
thought we just
Except for
punched-
the ones who are
I thought we
particularly
didn't. I thought we punched him in like
vulnerable, of
the
course.
chin
I
area, not the,
encourage
not the chin, but the
creativity,
cheek area. I didn't
part
realize
of
we
the
broke his
recovery
nose.
process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together. This way, Alan.
For the muscle, he's not falling very closely.
No, he really isn't.
Now,
Oh, he's
Alan,
not even
from
getting in the
past
elevator with
experience
us.
with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped, and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you. We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
It's all
What if the
in your
game just
head.
ended here?
You've been
I know,
making it
right?
up.
Or like gave you the
Apart from
option to get a
tragic
credit
accident with
sequence
your wife,
right here.
No one has been killed.
That'd be good.
Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to.
God, I
protect
wish there was a
you from
follow
the
button or
pains of
something.
truth. Unless we
It's when the
fight
when the games
fantasy,
when
it
the
will return.
devs make the
I
NPC
know
slower
the
than your
instinct is to
run
resist
but
you,
faster
but
than
think
your
about
walk.
it. Doesn't this make
No,
far more sense than the
he is slower than my
insane
walk.
Supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind. You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
Don't stop for me when I'm going to try doors. Why do you have a sundial?
I mean, it's pretty neat.
Beyond the shadow you settle for, there's a miracle illuminated in the memory of a dear friend and poet.
In something darkness. That's what it says, right? Cauldron Lake, whatever, in Tenebrous, which is in darkness.
Very inspiring,
Head
isn't it?
there.
In darkness,
Cauldron Lake
is that
spread below
is
us.
that like
I could see
friendship?
Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
Get there.
It
In
seems
darkness fall.
there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't
Interesting.
recall there being a mention of that in the weather
In
forecast.
Tenebrous Cadder.
Well, no matter. This way. Follow me. Alan, what I'm telling you is good news.
So fall into the
Right
darkness.
now we're in control.
Apparently is what it's supposed
Every
to
time
mean.
you have a relapse, it
Interesting.
gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense
It
relief.
seems vaguely on
If it
point for the
doesn't,
darkness.
why is
saying,
that?
yes, fall to me.
Because I'm lying?
Yep.
Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him
After
talk.
all, I'm
Hartman
the one
obviously
trying
loved
to
his
bring
own
you
voice.
out of the world
His
you've
words echoed
constructed for
madly
yourself.
inside my head.
But I can't
I dug
do
my
it
nails
by
into the
myself.
palms of my hands to stay
You need
focused.
to work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery.
I've been kidnapped.
Come along. Let's go inside. Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only.
Scary,
That's
scary, scary.
Normal.
Emerson.
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
Please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson.
Okay. Sorry. Boo.
That's Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on video
Elbow
games.
strike. Ooh,
It's
yeah.
trash, of course, but it does involve
Get him
some
to the head.
small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
You like lock him in a room or something?
I guess. Oh, we're just gonna ignore the girl?
Come, Alan,
Yeah.
this way. Now, you might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
Cauldron Lake Lodge. We are here to give you specialized help you need. However, please observe the following. Please ask friends and family to schedule visits beforehand to ensure they don't interfere with your therapy and or periods of creativity. Also, please respect your fellow patients' need for privacy and personal space, especially when they are engaged by their creative process.
Got it. Break into their rooms.
Yeah, be patient. Typically, our patients have long-term creative problems, and they won't be solved overnight. Give yourself permission to take the time you need. Bear in mind that you're voluntarily receiving treatment that has been specifically tailored for you. Engagement therapy and its sister method, the flow, work best when you're actively engaged in shaping them. If you have any concerns, please don't hesitate to voice them. I am not voluntarily here.
My rheumatism
Game just wants you to think you are.
There's
Wait,
a storm coming.
Why are they here?
What a storm!
Is this also like a retirement home?
I mean,
And
from
these
the
two
diner
are the
interaction, I
Anderson
think it at least
brothers,
makes sense for them to be
Odin and
here.
Tor.
They're not they weren't the most there.
A heavy metal band
No.
in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
I mean,
Oh, that
sure.
won't do. I'm so sorry to cut
I mean, I
this
don't really
short
think the
for
rock and
now,
roll
Alan.
lifestyle
The
is the
power
cause
has
of
been acting
dementia.
up.
No.
I better go check
Did
on
he
it.
say one of them
We'll
was Tor?
continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you
I don't
feel
remember.
up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
You're just here to steal my work.
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny. Yeah! Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Say, you're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson Farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
What?
Dare I
Is that a
ask?
is that a manuscript page?
Yes, yes it is. Thomas
Thomas
Zane's
Zane's
writing
Could
and
feel the
assistant.
poems taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He too had a way with words. My head was clearing up, or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Tom.
Of course, they make
got
more
any
sense than
booze
they're
on
actively
you?
lying to you and drugging you.
Yeah.
No.
We
Sorry,
have a
guys.
stash of the special stuff at the farm. Our own formula. Local ingredients. Medicine. Clears your head right up. Makes you remember like
The squeaky hammer.
moonbeams on the brain.
Oh, I just
I wonder if you have, like,
noticed
an actual
leather
hammer at some
patches
point.
on the elbows?
Possibly.
That's not very rock and roll.
Tom just lost is all. Baba Yaga got to him too, the damn witch.
She used us all. Taken from all of us. Took my thunder, the witch.
And my ravens. What were
Oh,
they?
Thorn. They're Thorn Odin.
Memory and
Yeah.
thought. The hag.
She took something from you too, didn't she? That's what she does.
We're better off.
Took my
This
wife.
place, like, it gives you power. If you're a creator, an artist, a god.
Nightmare shifted in their sleep in the darkness of the lake.
Yeah, that's the one. She makes sure it comes out twisted and wrong. Just ask the lamp lady. She knows what happened to that
Lamp lady?
other writer.
She's been using you, boy, and you let her. You went and opened the door for her, didn't you?
Now, it was already open a crack. And whose fault is that? We're morally corrupt, disease-ridden, old and stupid.
Yeah, we're getting like an
Doesn't mean he
exposition
had to
dump.
open it
I know,
already,
right?
God damn it.
Okay.
Their models just
So
like
tired.
fall down.
Built the farm close to the lake, a place of power.
Sounds like we're going to the farm.
We had parties there, man. You should go there and have a party.
Are you done?
That Bob Balder threw the amp through the window, hit that hippie chick in the back of the head. 15 stitches and a concussion. Bob's dead now. Leukemia.
Stitches, snitches, and narcs, man. Bad.
Don't
scene.
build near places of power. Yeah.
But you need power to run your
I'm
amps.
tired, man. So tired.
Well, they're certainly more interesting than they were in the diner.
Yeah, for sure.
Is she the who? So who's the lady? Who's the lamp lady? Is that her? Because she's next to a lamp.
They're only
Possibly.
in your head, and they're not there when you wake up. So you can't wake up because I'm in charge now, and I don't want to disappear. My nightmare is the publisher people who want to make a contribution so they can say they made a contribution. And then we end up with mullets in there because they think mullets are funny, but it wasn't supposed to be about mullets. And now it's about mullets. And when it's in slow motion, they call it mullet time because the numbers came back from marketing that mullet time is the hook.
Is that like
we
bullet
needed to go
time?
big in
Yeah.
our target demographic. And they're not even kidding. They say it all like serial killers with straight faces and smiles. My nightmare is the writers who want to make everything from the characters to the toasters talk all the time and express their feelings so they won't shut up, and the writers won't shut up either because they have feelings too, and I have to listen to them because they're not scared of me, and everyone should just shut up. But I don't see nightmares anymore because I'm too scary for them. I take 2 pills every morning and 1 with every meal and 4 when I go to bed, and that makes me
It's a lot of pills.
It is.
nightmare of all.
That's 9 pills a day.
Crazy.
Oh, hello. I've painted you.
Okay.
I was just struck by inspiration a couple of days ago. Dr. Hartman wanted me to paint landscapes, and that's what I was doing. But now I've been doing these things, a lot of them. The images just keep coming.
He's
Dr.
cooked.
Hartman
He is
likes
indeed.
them. He has them in his office.
Yeah?
He's very proud of me. He says I'm getting much better. I think I'm getting better.
He sounds vaguely Doofenshmirtz.
I guess I'd better start wrapping this up. The storm is almost here.
He has the accent.
I'd hate to be out there tonight.
Hi, lamp lady. Okay.
Maybe she's not the lamp lady then.
Maybe.
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room. You can get to your room by those stairs, Wake.
The doors were locked. Hartman and the nurses would have keys, but there was no way to get my hands on them. Something's wrong. I'm not myself.
It's another QR code.
It's hard to think. There's a shadow inside my head.
Wonder what so note
I
it
can
is.
only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her.
Constipation? That looks
A dark presence is wearing the old woman's
painful?
face. She was covered in clean
But it's spelled
shadows.
weird.
There's a whole
I think that's a Max Payne
I
reference.
knew I couldn't, but I figured I should just play along for now. It
What
was
is
the
it?
only thing I could do with
I
Nurse
think
Birch watching me like a hawk.
Took a
It's been
screenshot.
lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
Psychiatric doctor profiting off the creative works or his words. I think he's profiting off of us.
He did say he specializes as an artist. So
Yeah.
I feel
That's
like
not dangerous at all.
I just genuinely feel like there's conflict of interest.
Hartman had mentioned that the
Generator.
power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
So much for that safe zone.
so we will clearly need to remember that later.
Yep, need a key.
Is it a 360?
Yeah, so
And,
they
like,
have the Night Springs board game, they have the TV show, they have the 360 game.
I like the minuscule TV to go with an Xbox 360.
Yeah, it probably doesn't even have the actual parts needed for it. Oh, this is that guy's room.
Yeah, Emerson's. As based on the name card.
I see.
Is the painter from outside.
Mm-hmm. And we can't go into this one.
The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes.
Bobby.
Of course you would, Bobby.
Couldn't have popped up while we were just like wandering around.
I know, right?
I mean, I suppose you could, but the Heartless come whether you like them or not.
True, true.
At least from the little bit I know of Kingdom Hearts, they do.
Yep. They follow the darkness.
Are they friends with the dark?
They are made of the dark, born in it like Bane. Born in my head.
So they're pretentious.
Yeah. All consuming. Yum yum.
Well, while their ads going, I'm gonna get a drink of water.
Okay.
My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Where the hell did he get a damn hammer?
I don't know.
Hammer's up. Here's a friendly poke from me, old near wench.
Oh, afraid of the crazy brothers, are ya? Not so weak now, are we? Well, things are unraveling.
Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. Hey, Hartman, where's Al? Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder.
Get out.
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. If she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd been keeping them.
Come out and face the music, Birch. It's time to pay the piper.
I guess key to the generator? Or is it just the room? No.
We were on a road, man. You think we haven't seen bugs like you before? Mortal knave.
Very good.
Hartman wasn't happy. Maude could see it in his eyes. He quickly lowered his own. He had made a mess of it, and he knew it. The shame of failure was hard to bear. He hadn't expected Wake to say he needed more time, and he blurted out 2 days, less than Wake had asked for, to show him who was in charge.
Yeah, so Mott
But
was
that
the
wasn't part
kidnapper.
of Hartman's plan.
So the kidnapper worked for Hartman?
The markings on the tape said they were recordings Hartman had made of the sessions with his patients. I saw Alice's name on one of them. For a moment, I couldn't breathe right.
Now, Mrs. Wake, can you tell me about Alan's problems?
He's more and more out of control all the time. The parties, he's so angry all the time. He's getting violent.
Do you mean with you?
No, not with me. No, never. Sometimes I almost wish Alan would take a swing at me, because at least that'd lead to a conversation he couldn't just march out of. But no. Alan doesn't really sleep. And the
I'm
work,
back.
well,
Welcome back.
he's not writing.
I went and got a Fresca.
Nice.
He sits there for hours and just gets more and more frustrated. And I can't talk to him.
Yes. Tell me, Mrs. Wake, what would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know. I want to say, I look at you, and it's not you. Just some stranger who resembles you. Looking out from behind your eyes. And I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go to hell.
But you don't ever say this.
No. I've tried, but he's not listening. He's too deep in his own problems. Always going on about something else. I'm so afraid I'm gonna lose him. And we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't let me in anymore. He just keeps me in the dark. I'm so alone here, even when he's home. Please help
You
me,
don't
Doctor,
talk to a
because
specialist about this kind of thing, though. You
Well,
go
you
to
can
an
just
act
get
like
him
a
here.
normal
I'll
marital
absolutely do my
counselor.
very best.
Yeah, but Doctor, you need to be careful with him. He's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice,
What
what
a
she was saying
response.
made me happy and sick and guilty all at once. Worst of all, I recognized the words. The phone call from her. It had been a cut-up of this. Just a recording.
Let me out of here! Hartman, do you hear me? I'm gonna chew your crazy quack ass to shreds!
Barry?
Ow! About time!
Barry! Man, am I glad to see you. We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
I don't care.
Hey, gun.
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea.
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your
Shoot him.
ability and mine.
The demons were weirdly loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the bell. For sec.
Oh, great. I only have 6 bullets.
I had to find a way out.
More than enough to kill anything that moves.
No lights either. What is going on?
Darkness that we normally have a flashlight disrupt is creeping.
Which I think the stream just kind of like froze for a sec when the camera was shaking, so it looked really weird.
Yeah.
You're not going that way.
I needed light to get the possessed bookshelves out of my way.
The upstairs generator. Move this key.
When did I get the gun? Oh, generator? Yeah, you're right.
You ripped
I
off
got
Hartman's desk.
Yeah, it was just sitting there next to my manuscript. so it slowed down time.
Gotcha.
I just heard an audio cue and decided I was gonna.
And what if that wasn't the answer and that was your only flare?
I know, that's what I was thinking.
Hartman followed the fall of Alan Wake with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking, something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Wake was finally within his reach. Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front, and he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction, to be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
You know, he could have just hired people as creative.
That would cost him money. This way, he makes money off of them for being patients, and makes money off of them for being artists.
Yeah. What? Okay. I just need this thing to destroy the doors. To apparently break the doors. I'll take the hit, I guess.
I'm here! I found the car, but the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
Barry, I don't have a light.
Take this, Al! Oh, God! Look at the house, Al! Look out!
Barry might be a bit odd, but he's at least helpful.
Yeah. Where's the hedge maze? Are we
I would
supposed to
assume
be
that gate there.
Man, imagine being stopped by a park bench.
It certainly hurt you.
I didn't notice the wavelength.
Yeah. Weird to me that they're two separate entities.
They're normally not.
Oh, flares and batteries.
Hi, Dead by Daylight. Imagine getting smacked for talking crap.
I mean, that's usually the response, though. If you're talking crap, you get smacked.
Yep.
Why does this place have a hedge maze that's just littered with batteries?
Should be the one.
I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area, surrounding an unlikely centerpiece.
Guess we're definitely going to the farm now.
Full-side stage, complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate.
Are Odin and Thor gonna pop in and say, "This is the power of Asgard"? As if it's like Ray and Lightning and birds at some point.
Probably.
I mean, that'd probably be the most exciting part of this game.
I would agree. I know they're coming for me, Barry.
Oh, there's 4 of them now. 5. I mean, we probably should have been killing them a little bit piecemeal.
Probably.
You got comboed into death right there. At least this game pauses when you actually pause.
For sure. Well, there's nothing over here.
Went down so much faster.
Yeah. It's because he was one of the rogue people.
I guess now we'll see if killing those 2 guys actually matter, or if they're still just gonna spawn 5 to fight you.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Didn't matter then, killing those guys. It looks like.
Dude, I died. Let me out. Oh, that's where I'm supposed to go. So what's this way? Any more resources?
Look at that H.
Hartman hurried down the corridor. He had disliked leaving Wake when he was surely at his most susceptible to therapy. But this was not an ordinary storm. Wake had been writing, and he had woken something up in the depths of the lake. Now, it was coming for him. Hartman had naturally prepared for a situation like this. The idiot brothers would keep Wake distracted while Hartman double-checked everything, just to be sure.
Interesting.
I feel like when you broke his light the first time, you should have just killed him.
He takes 6 bullets.
Looking around for goodies.
Yep.
Sounds like a dog.
Yeah. It's the gorilla.
Gorilla. I mean, the slow walk up doesn't really do it. It's nice.
No. I feel like they're throwing a lot of yeah. Why can't I hit him? That was not important.
At least you have a checkpoint right here.
Yeah, right?
So because that guy does the slow walk up, you might need to focus on killing the birds.
Yeah. I don't know how many I can get rid of though.
It's true.
Look at how many that I don't think it matters.
It might not. Maybe they'll just go away once you kill him.
That's what I'm thinking.
I knew. I wonder if it's better to just like drop the flutter on him to break his shield and then just unload as fast as you can.
Possibly. Yeah, the birds don't do that much damage either.
This is obviously like feels like a boss fight, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, that seemed to be the answer.
Yeah. I think
it's like he was drawing the birds, maybe.
yeah, I mean they did spawn out of him. Oh, there was a flare gun here? Wow.
To be fair, Alan Wake did prioritize picking up the thermos.
Yeah, I didn't even see a reticle around the flare gun.
I didn't either. Okay, now this is unfair. At least those guys didn't. I wonder if those guys are set to spawn in this back area if you try to run away from the big guy.
Probably. I wonder if... I know the objects we've had to fight. I don't know if we've had to necessarily fight the people, though. I don't see the story really working any other way, though.
Yeah, at least there's a manuscript in here.
Where? Oh.
You're right.
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important.
Mott was the,
But Mott was calling
kidnapper.
the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver.
This better not end with the wife actually being dead from the beginning.
I feel like it is.
Like, that'd be such a lame ending. It's like all those stupid fan theories, like, actually, he was in a coma all along.
Yeah, right.
Like, I hate those theories because they're garbage. They
really
mean
was
nothing.
asleep.
See, if he actually said that, then it would be fine. I would be fine with it. He said, and I became Al, and Alan Sleep became Alan Wake.
Yeah, I don't think they would do that though. This
They
game
wouldn't
is a
because
meme.
it's super cheesy and dumb. I saw that thing wiggling like the second before you touched it.
I know, right?
See, I still don't feel like those should be separate kill objects.
They shouldn't.
For the moment, Barry was just glad he had survived the fall. He had been separated from Al, and there was no easy way to climb back up. He told himself he'd be okay, okay in the gloomy forest at night. He would just have to wait for a while for Al to find his way down. Barry turned when he heard the heavy footsteps and saw the movement. The man-shaped shadow lunged at him from the bushes, an axe held high. Barry screamed and threw up his hand. The world exploded.
Barry's dead? Oh yeah, now we got them lithium batteries. Freaked me out. I missed one shot. You do have a flare gun? I'm not gonna use a flare gun on tinies.
Not some random mooks. You gotta save it for the big guys.
Yeah. Because the flare gun is a one-shot AoE that works faster than the flashbang. It's like a really real... It's effectively like a grenade launcher or RPG.
It's your best kill, isn't it?
Yep.
It's the stopping power of the rifle plus the light.
Mm-hmm. Probably better than the rifle, honestly. I'm fairly certain it would do more damage.
Or maybe it's closer to like a point-blank shotgun then.
Probably? I don't know. I want to say those are equivalent. So many manuscript pages.
The last one
Hartman
is
watched
luck,
as
isn't it,
Wake's
though?
features slackened. The man was
I think-
bullheaded, no doubt. Even lying on the bed, he'd almost broken Hartman's nose the second time. But with a little time, he could break Wake down, give him proper direction. Wake was easily the most promising subject he'd had. Well, since Tom, really. Sleep well, Alan, Hartman whispered with a smile. Let me take care of you. He sniffed hard to clear his throbbing nose, swallowed blood, and barely tasted it.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. No.
Nope. Holy. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot more than I was expecting, to be honest.
Yep. Hey, Barry.
Ow! You're alive!
Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Barry,
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so, Barry! I'll find it! Don't worry about it!
Oh, this certainly seems like a boss fight. Well, not really a boss fight, boss encounter.
hurry up, Barry!
I'm on it! I'm on it! It's gotta be here! Just hang on, Al! Oh, hey, found a quarter!
Barry, that is not helpful.
To be fair, if you found it just by looking, it's probably helpful enough. That's how you know he's looking.
Yeah.
No, wait!
See, that's not helpful.
Here it is! Al, I found the key!
Into the car.
It wouldn't let me shoot the flare. God
You got boxed.
dang it.
You got boxed in.
Hurry up, Barry!
I'm on it! I'm on it!
Agua.
Water is good.
And I'm gonna go ahead and run ads, because no way 15 seconds is gonna
It's
be
gonna
enough.
make it through the fight.
Yeah.
Best to just get him out the way then.
Yep. The blessing of clear pee. My pee is always clear. I drink enough water.
But are you getting enough electrolytes then if you're drinking that much water?
Yeah.
Then that's good.
Yeah.
Hey, as a thought, I know you had a like specific time you needed to be done, but how far do we want to?
I was thinking probably after this encounter, like the next major story beat.
Well, basically, we'll get to the car, get it away, kind of deal.
Yeah.
Have a conversation with Barry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can dig it.
And then I'm gonna come back for a second stream and do Kingdom Come Deliverance.
I've seen a lot of people playing that one.
It's fun.
Kingdom Hearts, you say?
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts Deliverance too. It has alchemy.
From a certain point of view, it could be Kingdom Hearts.
Mm-hmm. They're introducing modding capability. It feels like a Skyrim almost. If somebody doesn't make a magic mod, which I can't assume no one will, I will do that myself.
Yeah.
It's such a fun game.
Yeah, the more people like games, the more willing they are to make mods, so I can see it happening.
This is just like a time thing, right?
And we got a cutscene.
The mixing was so weird, I thought that it was
You're now leaving Bright Falls. Come back
coming
soon,
out of a
son.
speaker.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
Rather
I
than
knew
the
you were gonna
headphones.
say something like that. You know what?
Yeah,
you
it's
owe
just
me
weird.
big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says.
Fleshy
I'm
cowboy
done with
hat
darkness.
again.
You're gonna buy me a
Booty
tanning bed as a
Firehouse
gift, and I'm
Subs
gonna
ad,
live in it.
TurboTax. Quite the assortment of ads.
Yeah. That looks like a checkpoint save in the corner.
Yep.
So I hope it is.
Should be.
I'm crazy, but that's fine, Barry. Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the craziest.
But maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can.
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before, it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. We just need to find it.
Look out!
Did he shove me?
I think he's holding you down so you don't push forward. He put his armor across so you don't like jerk into the window.
That makes sense.
God damn it, Al, talk to me!
didn't say a thing. Okay. I mean, that seems like a pretty good place to end it.
Mm-hmm.
It's also got another checkpoint spinning, so.
I had lost my gun.
We had
in the
one.
crash.
Yep.
And of course we lost the gun.
Because
We
why?
we had an armory of them.
Yeah. Alright. Well, I will be back in about an hour. I'm gonna go get lunch. And drop TJ back off at home. And I will be back with Kingdom Come Deliverance for probably the rest of the night. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your time zone, and I'll see you in a bit.
It's been fun.
Bye.